What is up, guys, and welcome to, I don't know, first of all, we need to establish if this is a BattleGround 2016 review and a Raw review, or just one. Should we do both shows in one video, or should we just do one show?
One show.
So this is a BattleGround 2016 review. I am, again, with Long Dick Sham, who will have to do the forfeit, but we'll get into that later on at some point. Okay, so the show kicked off in the only way it could, and actually I feel like I have to mention before anything else, as I bring up my notes here, that Breezango actually beat the Usos.
I was fucking sure.
Okay, no, but seriously, the show itself started off with Sasha Banks and a mystery partner defeating Charlotte and Dana Brooke by submission. Sasha Banks with the bank statement. Now, obviously, we all know who the mystery partner was. It turned out to be Bayley, which was absolutely magnificent. The cheer that she got was absolutely crazy, man. I mean, we're talking Stone Cold levels of pops here, man. Not since the Attitude Era, I don't think. Maybe The Rock's return is the only thing that has eclipsed that. I mean, it was fucking, it was crazy, man. It was absolutely, it was good, man. I mean, Bayley deserved to be there. They keep pushing this a one night only deal, and if that's the case, that'll be such a sad thing, considering that, you know, I know that, you know, women have just been drafted and everything like that, and SmackDown's now live and all of this, but Bayley deserved more, and Sasha Banks deserves to be women's champion. More on that in the next review that we do, which will be out shortly. So this match was noticeable for one spot, I'd say. Dana Brooke tried pulling Charlotte out of the ring, and she is green as fuck. I don't want to get onto anyone, but man, it's not good. Like, she pulled Charlotte out in a way that almost felt like it would snap her fucking legs off. It wasn't good, man. Dana Brooke, I'm not trying to be deep to you, but you belong in NXT, man, surely. As Shamus just said, practice. Like, she needs it thoroughly. The Wyatt family, well, no, I actually have to say, just before we move along, that Sasha and Bayley, they did indeed share like a nice little hug after the match. And bring Bayley up to the main roster already. It's time, but hell, I'd even say if anyone can actually rival Sasha for being over on the main roster, it would probably be Bayley. Can Bayley's character work as a heel? That would be something interesting to dabble into. Not necessarily that Bayley needs to turn heel. No one's even bothered saying that, but it would be interesting to dabble into. Next up, we had the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman, who I'm trying not to spoil the Raw review, but fuck his haircut, man, versus the New Day, Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. The Wyatt family picked up the victory after Bray Wyatt pinned Xavier Woods. I think that's what I said in my my predictions. I think Shamus said that Bray Wyatt would pin Kofi. The storyline kind of built itself up to be Xavier versus Bray. The storytelling in this match was excellent. The moment that that Xavier was kind of, you know, scared of Bray Wyatt and thus forth, and then he actually overcame it, but he was hypnotized to an extent. He overcame it. The crowd popped like mad. It was absolutely crazy, like how madly they popped for Xavier then. And I know I've said that about Bayley as well, but this crowd really was on top form, and it helped make it, in my opinion, arguably the best BattleGround pay-per-view. Not to say that the ending wasn't better than last year's, because Undertaker came back and chokeslammed Brock Lesnar and all that lovely stuff to lead up to their beautiful series of matches last year. One random question: where did we last see Undertaker? WrestleMania?
Yeah.
He went around after that, wasn't he?
No.
Why did he come back last year then? injuries, I'm sure, man. He done Vince McMahon a favour.
I think he came back because he wanted to get, when he lost.
Yeah, but no, but I mean in real life, like Vince McMahon probably say, "Oh shit, Rollins is injured, Cesaro's injured, Cena's injured. Fuck, help me."
I'm guessing, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if he can do that like last year, why can't he do that this year? I miss Undertaker, man. I'm feeling that fucking.
I would love him for SummerSlam.
Anyway,
but with who?
This isn't an Undertaker. Please come back review. No, seriously though. Back on topic because I could talk about the Undertaker for days. The way the Wyatt family did beat them, guys, and the storytelling in this match was only topped by one match, in my opinion, later on in the night. But the Wyatt family split up, so I suppose giving them the W. I did bet on them, and they came through for me, and it did earn me, I think, £6 overall of my bet. So they did win, and actually they saved me from drinking a concoction of sperm, lemon juice, milk, and various other things, which you will see that live on YouTube in the coming days, maybe even the coming weeks, depending on the ingredients, and we have to check they don't kill him and various other things. Okay, so it was an absolutely brilliant match. They popped for Xavier like mad, especially when he was going after everyone. He attacked all three of the Wyatts at some point. So next we have Rusev with Lana. I was almost said versus Lana. Rusev, the United States champion, with Lana versus Zack Ryder, who he beat by submission. Quite simply, I'm not gonna say anything bad about Zack Ryder, but I will honestly say I don't believe anyone actually thought Zack Ryder could win. And then as soon as he comes dressed out as the American flag, basically, you knew he was going to get fucked. The thing is, when it comes to Rusev, anyone who dresses remotely American, be it Mark Henry in his American singlet that time, Big Show with the same, Jack Swagger, goodness gracious me, Titus O'Neil on Father's Day, Zack Ryder, the more American you dress, the more you're going to get fucked until Kurt Angle comes back and breaks Rusev's ankle, which will be a fantastic, orgasmic experience of your life.
I think that will happen in WrestleMania if Kurt Angle comes back.
I can't wait until WrestleMania for Kurt Angle.
I'm
not doing it.
I know, but
I'm not doing it. No, I don't care what you say to them. I don't care what you say to me. I will tell you, I am not waiting until WrestleMania to see Kurt Angle. It's true. It's damn true. I've missed Kurt Angle for too long. Interestingly enough, the United States Championship match didn't even get as much time as Becky Lynch versus Natalya later on in the night, which is strange. I'm looking on Wikipedia here on the notes. The next match, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Now, I know you don't I know you love Kevin Owens, as do I, and I know he's your favourite superstar, apart from The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Undertaker rules.
Yeah.
But even you have to admit, I know you're pissed that Sami Zayn won, but the match between them two was
brilliant.
It was probably the best match of the night. It was probably the best match of the night, no doubt. Excuse me. That one particular moment where Sami Zayn hit his shoulder on the apron was nuts. The spots in this match, these guys, they know each other so well. They put the risk at each other. Because let's be honest, breaking the fourth wall, breaking kayfabe for a minute is still real to me, damn it. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they are best friends in real life. And that trust that they had with each other was absolutely brilliant. Sami Zayn hit the haluva kick once, and against every traditional ounce of ultra babyfaceness in his body, he stood up Kevin Owens again and was like, "This is your fault. This is what you drove me to. This is how it ends." And he hit a haluva kick, a hell of a kick, a hell of a haluva kick to Kevin Owens again for the second time to end the matchup. It was a fantastic matchup. It should be
What a brilliant match.
it should be reviewed by itself. That is how badly I am telling you this match was good. We've had a few match of the year contenders. We've had Jericho versus Styles. We've had this match. There were a few others. Seth Rollins, he fucking had quite a few. AJ Styles, I'm not going to say with Roman Reigns was match of the year, but he done some great matches. And although I don't want to spoil it, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte from Raw this past week was absolutely brilliant as well. And man, if that match, now I'm not sure about Sami Zayn because I still feel like I'm getting to know the Sami Zayn character on the main roster. I knew him in NXT, but I'm still seeing what he's all about on the main roster. But as far as I'm concerned, KO Mania, Kevin Owens needs to be a champion. And I know, again, I don't want to spoil it, but there's 2 contenders now for a title belt on Raw. I'm not going to say more than that. Unfortunately, one of them is not Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens is a rare breed in wrestling. He can play a heel and get booed. No, sorry, he can play a heel and get cheered, but still be a heel. He can play a heel who can get booed, and that's what a heel is in the traditional sense. Or even again, he can play a heel who can get cheered, but as he does now, doesn't acknowledge it. The trash talk in the ring is brilliant, and I hope they resist the urge for a while, but when they do it, eventually Kevin Owens is going to save Sami Zayn from a beatdown, eventually, and Kevin Owens will turn babyface. When they do that, as long as they keep Kevin Owens talking trash in the ring and that like he does now, he will be, I'm honestly saying this, Kevin Owens would perhaps be as popular as Stone Cold was back in the day. Back in the day, you had the popular guys, The Rock, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Undertaker, and Stone Cold. They were the Fantastic Five, if you will. This day and age, Seth Rollins,
Yes.
Kevin Owens, Finn Balor. Now, I know he's only just come, but everyone loves Finn Balor. Oh, come to the main roster. Bray Wyatt. And gonna get slight hate for it, but I really, really, really do feel like, did I say Kevin Owens already? I think I did.
Yes.
I really do feel like Enzo Amore and Big Cass, they can be such a big act by themselves and on their own. But moving on, Natalya defeated Becky Lynch by submission. There was only really 2 disappointing matches of the night, and I'm not even talking about disappointing as though I would want to win. The match was good, and the Divas done well. The women's wrestlers done well. But the fact that Natalya beat Becky by submission, yes, it was playing great ring psychology, and yes, it proved that Natalya is the veteran, and yes, it proved that Becky Lynch has a lot of heart and wouldn't give up until she absolutely had to. But come on, unless Becky does something major on SmackDown Live tonight, then I don't even know, man. She deserves much better than this. And hopefully she gets it. I worry that Becky's getting lost in the shuffle. If she loses to Eva Marie on SmackDown or something like that, I'm going to go mental. Fuck it. Anyway, The Miz with Maurice versus Darren Young with Bob Backlund. We're gonna make Darren Young great again for the Intercontinental title. It went for like 8 minutes. It ended in a double disqualification after Maurice slapped Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund stared at Maurice and went, "Arr," and then his shirt fell off or something, and then, oh my God. And then Darren Young hit a chicken wing crossface outside on The Miz. First of all, I suppose I wouldn't even call it a disqualification myself, because the beef was with Bob Backlund and Maurice. And it was either a double count out or I don't know, but fucking I didn't see Darren Young last night that much. I mean, I saw him like fucking when it came to like a backstage segment, but like I hope he ain't getting lost in the shuffle. But see, what's weird about that is that match arguably could be left open to a rematch, but the thing is, with them being on separate brands now, there probably will be no rematch. Enzo Amore, John Cena, and Big Cass versus the Club. Now, the match itself was good, and you know, a lot of people, I will say this, a lot of people had beef with the fact that John Cena pinned AJ Styles, right? I like AJ Styles. I do really think AJ Styles is phenomenal. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. John Cena is no longer the main. Well, I wish he was, because I don't want it to be Roman Reigns. But John Cena isn't like the main guy of the. Well, he's the face of the company, but he's not like in your face as he was. The fact of the matter is, people got mad at WWE for years because John Cena was always the top dog. When was the last time? And I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about from like 2005 to like 2012 or 2013. I'm talking about that, right? Before the debut of the Shield. Forget the Shield for a minute.
Okay.
People moan about John Cena being on top, but can you name me one other person that worked in the company from 2005? Anytime, it could be in 2000. It could be any time from 2005 to 2013 that actually had the chance to become a bigger star as John Cena did.
No one.
Maybe Randy Orton, but he was always up in the main events anyway. Mr. Kennedy got fired due to political reasons with Randy Orton and shit like that. Fair enough. He was a big one. Who else I'm trying to think of? Like Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit would have been good, big players now. I really do believe that. Eddie Guerrero sadly died. God bless his soul. Round about the time Cena rose to prominence, or a couple of months after. Benoit, we all know what happened there. I don't want to really mention that. Fucking Bobby Lashley, he was unhappy with his position in the company anyway. He was unhappy with the treatment of his wife. He left. 2009, maybe the Nexus was the one bad decision that was made when it came to John Cena. Like, they didn't win at SummerSlam, but realistically, the only other big star during that time, Daniel Bryan, he was in the main event of WrestleMania 30. So, you know, there we go. It's only, excuse me, it's only in the last 3 years or so that we've had the star power so John Cena can actually take a step back. Your Seth Rollins, your Kevin Owens.
There is one here. I know he became a dick and went to go beef up in UFC. CM Punk could have done it too.
Yeah, but again, CM Punk really, 2011, fair enough. The whole once in a lifetime thing with The Rock, that was stupid. So the Nexus and the whole once in a lifetime thing with The Rock, where CM Punk, but even then, see, I know he didn't main event in pay-per-views that much, but see, even then, CM Punk was the WWE champion for like 400 days. What's he got to complain about? Admittedly, he did deserve to main event WrestleMania, but we're getting off topic. The point is, people bitch about John Cena not allowing room for new stars. When has there ever been room, apart from the Nexus, which was dumb? And I'm not a Let's Go Cena guy or a Cena sucks guy, but like the whole Nexus thing was dumb. And CM Punk was the WWE champion for God knows how many days, so it's kind of irrelevant. Seth Rollins, even Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor. Who else would you say is a big superstar at the moment?
That's it, really, I think.
Okay, so that's even if Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt.
That's 8. And admittedly, Cena won against Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 30, but then he lost the rematch but won the feud. Okay, fair enough. 8 people who have only been around in the last 3 or so years, and then Cena's moved separately. But I will say the main talking point of this match is how John Cena elevated Enzo Amore and Big Cass with that promo, and it was absolutely brilliant. And as I was saying, John Cena getting the pin over AJ Styles is not a bad thing at all, simply because it was a top rope attitude adjustment. No one kicks out of that, which doesn't make AJ look weak at all. Secondly, AJ won the match at Money in the Bank. Cena wins this one, and he pins AJ to get his win back, which then leads to a rubber match, a third and final match at SummerSlam, which, in my opinion, was absolutely perfect. If John Cena would have pinned Carl Anderson or someone, for example, or if Big Cass would have pinned Luke Gallows, it wouldn't have had the same impact as Cena being able to say to AJ, I've beaten you, you've beaten me, let's do this at SummerSlam, which is my exact point. Last but not least, Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, the Shield triple threat. One thing I'm going to say before we even start talking about this match, the general managers at ringside, not so much Shane and Daniel Bryan, because I admit I'm biased. I like those guys. Hell, I don't even mind Stephanie that much, but the general managers being there at ringside, it just made the whole thing. Oh, it just made the whole thing feel like my expression, like I just did, yawning, everything else. Fucking hell, man. It's Why, man? Just calm, you know, just calm the fuck down, man. I mean, I don't even know, really. I don't even know if it was necessary for them to be out there. I don't think it was. I think it took away from the spectacle. I will say this. The match was good, and Ambrose won. I didn't want Ambrose to win, but fair enough, he won. And that match didn't go as long as the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens match. But one thing I feel that does need to be said, and I'm happy Roman Reigns lost. Hell, dude, you fucked up. You lost your push. No one wanted you on top anyway. I don't even want to be deep to you because I actually feel sorry for you because you've lost your last 2 pay-per-view matches and you got pinned on Raw. I don't want to be too deep to you. I don't want to be strong with you, but
You suck.
you deserved it, man. You fucked up. You did what you did. And I suppose Dean Ambrose hits the dirty deeds on Roman Reigns. Was it on Roman Reigns or was it on Seth? He hit it on Roman Reigns, didn't he? And he got the pin.
Reigns beat Seth,
and then Roman Reigns' cousins, the Usos, are holding Dean Ambrose up on top. Like, yeah, you won, dude.
In their head, they think, this fucking sucks, man. Lost again.
And right, here's the thing. It was a great match. And Seth Rollins, oh my God, man. There was so many times where I thought Seth was going to win. But here's the thing. Even in losing, Roman Reigns looks too strong. He fucking kicked out of bare finishers. He got the Shield powerbomb through the table, and still got up, man. So I think it's crazy. But I was a bit pissed about that. I was a bit sore about the results, but it was by far the best battleground that I think I've ever seen. And I suppose it set the tone for the new era that was happening on Raw. Anyway, for now, guys, this is going to be it with me and Sham. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to leave a rating, comment, and subscribe. Sorry if this was a bit short. Sorry if it was a bit long. I don't really know because I can't really see anything else on Hangouts. On Hangouts when we do this. Until next time, guys, stay tuned for our Raw review. That might even be up tonight. We're out. Peace. What did I do? I fucking like the club. What? Fucking hell. I am so... Oh, shit. It's still rolling. I need to go. Okay, you know what? I'm going to come and say it. Bonus extra bit. I know it's a bit of a spoiler for the Raw review and shit, but I am so happy that Finn Balor is in the main roster and he's made the impact that he has so far. For those of you that tune into our Raw review, find out exactly what I mean then. We're out. Peace. Fucking hell.